with long swords, it's not only about breaking their wedge, but it's actually getting between them and their tool. So if James and I are fighting, I want the exchange to be here. So go ahead and just throw some stuff. I want to be here, right? This is pretty easy. It's not a lot of defensive motion. Cool, right? Now, when I attack him, I don't want to stay there, though, right? Because this is easy for him, too.
Right.
Right, so it doesn't matter what cool, tricky stuff I throw. It doesn't matter a lot, right? If he's just kind of doing the A-frame and turning, a lot of that is covered. So what I actually want to do is when I come in, I want to step and get between his tools. So even going slow, that feels shitty, right?
Yeah, even feeling going slow, I'm like, oh god, don't hit me.
And so often what I'll do, and that can be a whole other lesson, but that's also a tempo break. So I'll come out and I'll kind of do a slow thing, like bang, and then I kind of see how I shorten my circle to get a faster tempo on the shot. And so that's a big part of it. So I want his initial motion to be in a good part of the wedge frame, but if I stay there, I'm never going to hit him. Because if he has a decent A-frame and turns, everything's covered. So I want to get into a point where here and then through, right? See how I'm kind of breaking his wedge by putting him in there? So that's something you can do against sword and shield guys too, but it's just really obvious with the long sword that you can break the wedge and kind of get into that space between them and their tool. And that works for other long swords too.
Waves, everything else, yeah.
A different way to apply that is pretend you have full armor. One of my favorite anti-evading kind of things to do is I'll catch here and I'll dump. And I call this through the window. So from here, I push my hand through.
Because yeah, back blades, anything that I can think of from a glaive perspective sucks right about then.
And if he's high, I'll even step in and try and catch his blade with my pillions and then pull through. Right? And if he really goes high for it, then I just come down. So it's called through the, and you can actually do that with long swords too. It's one of the things is I'll actually bait people into throwing anything ribbed. I mean anything works, but it's best. So if I can bait him into throwing anything ribs or lower on this side, right? And I can even step into it and throw. So I'll bait him, like I'll block something high and be like, look at those open ribs. And that's a really tough recovery. So, and that's definitely a stepping into that space between his tool and really trying to make sure that his wedge stays broken. Because I mean that's a shitty recovery. It's not that you can't.
But it's definitely one of those, it looks a lot more like flailing than it does actually coordinated thinking about your fight.
Yeah. Just for shits and giggles. So the counter to that is actually, we call that the J-hook. So if I get him into this point, what he actually wants to do is when I get here, he wants to step forward with the J motion of his quillions, and he's going to actually step through my attack.
To which side?
Through.
Okay.
Yep. Here, do it to me.
Which side? Say.
Show me.
Your side first.
So if he hanging guards me and he starts to roll over, I'm actually going to start to do that. So I'm actually going to step forward and through with the J-hook motion. So actually just. So as soon as you start to roll over, that's what I want. So as soon as you start to roll over, step forward, J, and through.
Okay.
Very least, you get back to neutral. Best case scenario, you hit me.
Got it.
Because then I have to, you've stepped, that's like an extreme version of the ghost drill, you've now stepped into my dead space.
Right.
And then, that is a much.
It's a very long draw.
It's a long ass recovery.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
The trick is really the up and over, because you want to kind of follow the space of me trying to roll over.
Right.
Yep. And then you can throw it either low or high, so depending how they recover. So go ahead and being a hanging guard. So if we're here, okay, if you step in and you start to cover high, I just throw low. Okay. If you recover low, I throw high. Right, so and see how my center is turned? So worst case scenario, he blocks it, but we're back to neutral, whereas before I was completely screwed. So, I mean, you always want to get an advantage in fighting if you can, but at the very least, you want to take away the bad guy's advantage if that's what happens. Cool. Yeah, I'm just rambling, so you should probably.